guys, welcome back to Ask Grazy, where you guys ask me some of your life concerns, and me, myself, and the audience that you guys are watching, we try and give you a little bit of advice. If you guys have any questions for me, remember to email me down here, askgrazy@gmail.com, and you guys might be featured on my next video. And I thought I would do more of a podcast style for Ask Grazy, so I'm trying this new microphone technique, and let me know if you guys like this better than just the regular settings. Right, so Rose says she is 20 years old and from Malaysia, and she's studying for airline services. So my parents met this one woman, which can be said as their best friends, and they really think of her as her own sister. I'm happy with that, but the problem is when I was around 15 years old, my parents decided to arrange a marriage with their son and me. Ooh, okay, that is pretty young, 15. I was dense at the time and I said, do whatever you guys want, but I regret it now. At the time, I thought of my parents happy, but now I feel like I'm not happy because of it. Son, he talked to me when they introduced me back, but he stopped talking to me and grew distant after a couple months. Of course, I never had any intention to find a true love back then. Until now, we don't talk to each other. Okay, future husband not talking to future wife? Since I came to college, or even before that, I don't feel anything towards him, and I most likely have a crush on a guy over 2 years now. I don't know if I'm falling for my crush, but I'm 200% sure that I am not falling for her son, aka possible future husband. So I tried to talk to my parents about this, but they just said they will kick me out and they won't be happy if I don't marry him. They also blackmail me emotionally. But I'm sure if I'm with him, my parents will be happy, but I will not be happy because it's not the life I wanted. But I want to marry a guy that loves me and truly, and I'm in love with him. Also, that my parents will approve. What should I do? Now, you guys, some of you guys that are watching this might be a expert at arranged marriages, so if you guys have some good advice for Rose, please leave a comment down below. So I did look up Malaysia, and it says the majority of people in Malaysia are Muslim, and when it comes to the Muslim countries, arranged marriage is more common than any other religion. You guys know that there was actually arranged marriage even in Korea until pretty recently. Like, my grandparents were arranged marriage. I know my grandparents were met by their parents and they got married, I believe, only a couple days after they met. Like, that was a thing, and that's just how you got married. But she did tell us also in the story that her cousins actually got married to people that they wanted, and at first their parents were against it, but later on they did come around. But they were kind of like kicked out of the family for marrying someone that they weren't arranged to. I actually read the statistics that especially in India or something like that, that arranged marriages actually end up lasting longer than emotional marriages. Now, that is just a statistics, and that could be based on many different reasons. I mean, girl, if I had to marry someone that I was not into, I would not marry that person. I don't care what it goes against. I am not marrying the person that I don't want to. But I would find someone that my parents will also like, whether that comes to wealth, appearance, job, I mean, whatever it might be. Find someone that your parents will also like, someone that your parents will approve. I think everything has to do with time and slowly like introducing it to your parents, because right off the bat your parents will say absolutely not to anyone else but this arranged person. And I did check with her, and she says that it's not strictly against her religion, so it's not like she's going to be killed if she doesn't go into arranged marriages, because sometimes you see these things in the movies, and I'm like, ugh. Bottom line is, for me, like, if you're making a decision that is for someone else's happiness, it's not going to be turning out into roses and flowers no matter what at the end. I believe big decisions in your life is based on your happiness and your own will, your own free will. And isn't that what all living species want? Basically freedom, and do what you want to do instead of having other people do what you want to do. So you guys, if you guys have anyone that has gone through arranged marriages, or if you guys are a little bit more familiar with these kind of topics, or if it was you in this case, what would you do? Leave a comment down for Rose. So next submission, we're gonna go into a 35-year-old virgin and never been kissed. Confident tips needed. Hi, my name is Susan and I'm a 35-year-old virgin, never been kissed, have a lot of girlfriends but 0 guy friends. A lot of concerns sprout from these facts. I think I lack confidence. I do have anxiety issues, but I fought hard to understand it and became the woman that I am today. However, confidence has never been my companion. It is non-existent in my daily life. Lacking confidence has done no favors for my romantic life. I have an annoyingly well-established wall wall up when interacting with guys. I feel that if this wall is built over the many years I have been too shy, not confident, feeling not good enough, then maybe your advice can help me. You exude confidence and I absolutely love that. What is your secret? Thank you so much, Susan. First of all, Susan, you're beautiful and there shouldn't be any no confidences here because you're so cute. But I'm guessing that because you're writing about a life concern, your problem is that you're still a virgin at 35 and you had no interaction with guys, and you do want that, right? Girl, I feel you. I'm the same with you when it comes to like talking to guys. I have a big wall up. I cannot talk to guys for some reason, and I just have such anxiety. And since middle school, like people are pressured if you're virgins at like 18, like, which I think is super normal for you to be young and inexperienced. So girls, if you guys are under 18, do not feel pressure to do anything with men or girls. Honestly, at the end of the day, everybody is human and everybody is the same. They're same people like you, they think like you, they eat, they drink, they go to the bathroom just like you and I. The person that seems so confident, the person that seems so handsome and that can't be unreachable and all girls like him, that person can be very lonely and be looking for someone that comes up to him. And honestly, like, don't be afraid of rejections. I realized that like this year. Who cares about rejections? If they reject you, then they reject you and it's meant to be. Like, at least now you know. I think it's best to know rather than lose the opportunity. And you know that saying where early birds gets the food? It's kind of the same when it comes to relationships. Also, you could do some good practicing. Go up to a guy that you might not really like, but try to practice. You know, I think practice makes it perfect, and once you get used to something, it will be easy peasy. I was the same, you guys. I used to have so much social problems where I just couldn't talk to people. I would get so anxious. I would get like literally panic attacks when I'm like in the public. But once I started doing it, you just get used to it and your fears just go away. So I think practice makes it perfect. Don't ever think that this is a con or something that you're lacking about yourself. Just take this as your specialty and appeal it to someone that you like. If you guys have any advices or know anyone that has a similar situation as Susan, leave a comment down below. Alright, so today's last submission of the day is coming out to my dad. This is by Anonymous, but let's just call her Ashley for the sake of the story today. So Ashley says, recently I came out to my friends as BI. They're still my friends and are supporting me no matter what. When it comes to my family though, I'm not sure if I want to come out to them. My mom and my siblings are some of the most accepting people on this planet. However, I'm scared to come out. My father is a different story. Around 3 years ago, my mother and father both split. I've been living with my mother ever since. My father is very religious and doesn't accept the idea of same relationships. He has on multiple occasions told me how disgusting same relationships are. I'm scared to come out to him because I don't want him to hate me. I'm asking for advice on how I could tell my family and when, especially to my father. Like, again, I am not an expert when it comes to the happy world, so if you guys are, please help Ashley out. You do say that your mother and your siblings are more open, so I do think it is appropriate to come out to your siblings or your family first, or at least one of your siblings first, and then gradually tell to my mother. I personally believe that doing things gradually is a little bit better than just surprise opening up to everybody at the same time, because you don't know how some people are going to take certain things. This is just my own opinion, but when it comes to certain secrets or certain things, I honestly believe sometimes a white lie is better than blatantly being honest. Sometimes you do have to hide things from certain people because they won't understand. Certain people grew up differently. Maybe they grew up very religious and they never seen the other side of the world. And you can't really blame them for that, you know. Everybody has different personality. Everybody has a certain way that they look out on life, and they might not be so accepting. I honestly don't believe telling someone and forcing someone a truth that they will not like is not always the best answer or things to go about it. I think things will play out better when you're an adult if you do really want to come out to your father. So don't surprise your father just yet. I think really wait till you are an adult, so maybe if you really want to come out, you can have an adult conversation with your father. I honestly believe that there's timing for everything, and sometimes when it's not the right right timing, just don't do it. And maybe at the right timing, your father will be really accepting, really open, and really accept you and love you for still who you are. If you guys have any good advices for Ashley, if you guys been through this or someone that you know been through this, please leave a nice comment and advice for Ashley. Thank you guys so much for watching today's Ask Grazy podcast. I don't even know if this is the podcast, but if you guys liked it, remember to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bells because it really helps me out a lot. And if you guys have any concerns and you want to be featured in my next video, remember to email askgrazy@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much and see you guys in my next video. Bye!